Welcome to Midwest Gaming Classic 2022. The biggest MGC ever. The biggest emission line ever. Welcome to the next level. One of the reasons they are calling it the next level is that they have stuff on all 3 levels of the Wisconsin Center this year. Finally got through the emission line here on level 1, so that is where we are going to start out today. Here we have a Super Monkey Ball tournament for the GameCube. In years past, we were not allowed to access the first level, but we are today. And for the first time, we can actually access the seating level over here. Very similar layout to the second floor and the community hall. There are a few things in these rooms. We're just gonna check it out. Have your card games over here. Some more card and board games in this room. We started on the line back here. It's gotten a little bit calmer since then. We have RPGs. Definitely sensing a theme here on the first level. All the games. Not something I typically get involved with. So we have access to the seating area here. The tickets can be purchased on the first level as well. And there's one big difference in the show this year. It is that they moved the vendor hall to the first level as well. We're also having a thing here with all the actors from the Mortal Kombat game over there. And I believe this is also the area where if anyone else is doing signings, it's in this area. Typically, the vendor hall has been on the 3rd level. With all the arcade games and pinballs, this is our first time going in this room. This is all the vendor stuff. And this is a huge room. I ain't gonna guess this is bigger than the room upstairs. That is one big Princess Peach. And look at how expansive the vendor hall is. It's crazy how big this has become. Remembering it from years past, the Sheraton and Brookfield. Big Mario. I'm kind of surprised they have not utilized this room in past shows. Not gonna spend too much time in here right now. Definitely a lot more to explore.
The games that came out kind of officially.
Oh my goodness, there's like a Disney Stitch themed table here.
Why this is the professional arcade. So first off,
like these anime style Stitch drawings.
Extension of that, you can go
Holy
to
cow.
Podcast YouTube channel to check out the panel on Dave Nutting from MDC 2021. But the main thrust of the thing is that Dave Nutting had been
No idea what this is, but I like it.
He decided to go off on his own and
Wow.
with this other guy named Jeff Fredrickson, and started to put together a nice little development house. They weren't manufacturing, they were just doing their own thing. And they made a bunch of games for Midway.
That's
Midway's,
awesome.
Yeah,
so they're utilizing a hallway that we never accessed before next to the vendor hall for even more vendor stuff. This is crazy. Goes all the way back here. And we're still on the first level, folks. Alright, so that pretty much covers the first level. I think. Let's make our way back to the escalators and head up to the second level. You might say it's time to level up. Established 2001. Yep, it's the 21st anniversary. The 20th anniversary, we were celebrating a short 5 months ago. Crazy. And we're back already. Feels like yesterday. Alright, second level, where we normally start out at. Big change here is that the food was moved out here to the second level.
It was right behind us, right?
Normally in this area you would get your tickets and t-shirts. We have the usual Milwaukee here. A ramen place. And I guess this is the eating area. Very interesting. Not a lot of seats though. I sure hope there's more seating. You get a good look at the vendor hall where we were just at. Still a little odd that this is the only seating area for the food. They didn't have a lot when it was mixed in with vendors and games to begin with, so maybe there's more over there. The community hall is still back over this way on the second level. Now this area was a bit thin, to say the least, last year, so let's see how it is this time. One of the things they are doing new this year is escape rooms. Not too surprising, it eventually would get here. One little gaming center in this room. Air hockey is back, of course. Magnetic foam compact. That's different. Warp storm. Okay.
Like, acting out a movie and, seeing the words on the screen and everything like that. And I'm thinking, oh, they're doing a movie scene karaoke, which is...
So that appears to be the presentation hall this year. And of course, the Garcade is open. Technically, we do have all this seating area now for eating as well. Well, that should do it for level 2 and the community zone. Definitely improved over last year. Let's level up to level 3. The classic escalator shaft. It's been raining today, but no snow. Definitely on the chilly side, it was much better weather in November. Pinball tournaments. And he's like trying to find. This is kind of the area where they were having the signings last year. Nice little area though. The classic Pop-A-Shot, which sort of made their debut last year, is having an official tournament of sorts this year. Pretty cool. Not to be mixed with the Garcade is the Carcade.
Open up to the platform.
The main stage is back in the same spot. Have the cosplay contest later on this evening. And remember what's missing here? Yep, the wrestling matches. So yeah, if this room looks familiar, this is where the food and vendors used to be. With the vendor hall down on level 1 this year, they are only utilizing one room in level 3 for the main gaming room. So you can probably imagine the setup is going to be a little different here this year. $4,500 for a tiny little skee ball machine. Tempting for sure. Have a lot of the new pinballs in this area. Cat's head is a little too big there. I believe this is where the seating lounge was last year. Right in this area, but I did find a place to charge my phone, so no worries there, but I don't think we have the inflatable couches this time. Rush Pinball seems to be one of the newer Stern pinballs they're advertising this year. Also Star Wars, The Mandalorian. Yeah, I got my sister and brother-in-law with me as well this year. Godzilla pinball is back. All the usual cars are back as well. Filmed these a ton of times now. The Wayne's World car. The Jurassic Park vehicles. The DeLorean, but I think this guy might be new. Yeah, he hasn't been here to the show yet. Oh, that's cool looking inside too.